What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Rec Room. I'm your boy Tony the Brick Whisperer. Not overly looking like a wreck. I can actually see carpet. It's amazing. It's not an entire obstacle course, but hey, baby steps. We'll get there. I promise. But even no matter how clean this room is, it's always going to be considered my rec room because in one way, shape, or form, I'm gonna turn it into a rec for sure. Well, I hope everybody had a fantastic Valentine's Day. We did here at the Brick Whisperer household. Mrs. Brick Whisperer got me a couple of very cool items, and it's awesome when you know what the other person is into. It's awesome when you know what it is that really just gets them going. And for us, Valentine's Day, we really don't do a whole lot of celebrating in terms of Valentine's Day because let's face it, prices of everything goes up. So we typically wait till a day or two afterwards, which is what I did. Um, and it's not because we're, cheapos. It's because, it's just an agreement that we have. Why spend more money than we have to? But she ended up getting me a couple of prints of um, it has a portrait of Boba Fett, along with the original actor Jeremy Bulloch in his printed autograph, which was very cool, along with another print of Darth Vader and the actors David Prowse, who was the actor inside the Darth Vader suit, as well as James Earl Jones, who does the voice for Darth Vader. And both of their autographs were printed on as well. And so, very cool gifts. Again, thank you so much, babe. Uh, But yeah, Valentine's Day was an awesome day. In fact, a couple of days later, let's throw the picture up right there. These three outstanding regular customers of mine, Samuel, Timothy, and Elena. I hope I got that right. They come into the store all the time, and they are so much fun to talk Lego with. They came in, they brought us that Valentine's Day balloon and it just made all of our day. And so I wanted to give them a shout out. Thank you all so much for that balloon. We really did appreciate it. It was a very very welcome surprise. But on top of that, I wanted to extend all three of you a happy belated birthday. Now, in the time that I am recording this, your birthdays are within the next couple of days. But when this finally hits YouTube, your birthdays will have passed. I hope that y'all had a fantastic birthday. I hope it was a lot of fun for all three of you. And I look forward to seeing y'all come back to Bricks and Minifigs because not very many people do we have as much fun with as we do with y'all. So let's dive into the disclaimers. No sponsors whatsoever. The only sponsor, Mrs. Brick Whisperer, who, believe it or not, everything in this video was her idea. So first, we're going to jump into our very first set. Boom! Set number 31149, the flowers in a watering can. And I know some of y'all, hey, Tony, didn't we already do this one? We did, but um, she wanted the birds for this set. So I did an alternate build. And so when we were going through her backlog, it's so comical to say that, her backlog. Going through her backlog, she was wondering, both of us were, in fact, because we could have sworn that we had picked up this set. And it took some figuring out because we rearranged her office. Took some thinking, and it was like, that's where it went. But she wanted another one. I did not know this. This time, to go along with all of her botanical sets, she wanted the flowering can with the flowers and the butterflies. And what better time to build this set than with everything that we're going to build throughout this video? So hence the title of the episode, I give her butterflies. For Mrs. Brick Whisperer, that is probably a very true guttural, just how giddy I make her every now and then. Sometimes I annoy her to no end, but it is what it is. But I know that, even with Valentine's Day past, I still give her butterflies. So, what do you say we dive in, we get this set knocked out really quick? Here we go. All right, so here we go. The Flowers in the Watering Can set came out on the 1st of January of 2024, retired on the 31st of July of 2026. This set had a recommended retail price of $30, had a total of 420 pieces, which took me all of 26 minutes to build. Uh, so in building this, this is when I realized that um, when you get these 3-in-1s, the primary build, the vast majority of the time is going to pretty much use everything, whereas the alternate builds not so much. So imagine my surprise as I was taking this thing apart and I had found that there were eyes just in the middle of the can, and that got me chuckling a little bit. One thing to warn everybody about. So for those of you that do that want this water can, the handle is not the strongest. You can hear Mrs. Brick Whisperer laughing in the back because in trying to move stuff around, she picked it up by the little handle there, and the handle just came off in her hand. The flowering can and flowers and butterflies went in 18 different directions, and she is laughing the whole way as she walks away. So bear in mind, if you're gonna pick this up, pick it up. You know, pick it up by the whole can, not just by the cute little handle there. It's probably not going to support all the weight. So we got 2 of the flowers done, the yellow, the blue, and this is Mrs. Brick Whisperer's favorite flower. Why? Oh, it's purple. And now we're diving into the butterflies, and again, her favorite, the purple one. So if you remember from previous videos, uh, Mrs. Brick Whisperer's mom also loves butterflies. So I know for a fact that Mrs. Brick Whisperer's mom also really enjoys this set. Sorry about that little wobble there. I think one of the dogs kind of tipped it, which is probably explaining why it's a little canted and unlevel, but whatever, it is what it is. I can't be perfect all the time. And so, like I said, I give Mrs. Brick Whisperer butterflies in more ways than one. She loves the little set, as you heard her laughing about dropping the watering can. It is what it is. Beautiful thing about Lego, if it falls apart, so long as you were wise enough not to glue it together, you can put it back together. I am not a fan of gluing sets together. It In my opinion, it takes away from what Lego actually is. And you glue something back, you glue something together, you can't take it apart. Um, Once it breaks, it breaks. But that's my opinion. If you choose to glue your stuff together, that's on you. I am not going to judge you for it. You do you. So, like I said, Mrs. Brick Whisperer's mom loves butterflies. As you recall from, I believe it was the episode that I had that for my birthday, I had made her mom a butterfly. And so the whole joke of the title, I give her butterflies, in this instance with Mrs. Brick Whisper's mom, I'm meaning that in the literal sense. So her birthday is coming up. In fact, when this hits YouTube, today is her birthday. Let's just put it like that. And so Mrs. Brick Whisperer, like I said, all of this was Mrs. Brick Whisperer's idea. So we are going to dive into our next set. Boom! set number 31173, the Tropical Toucan. However, we are not building the toucan. We will be building, I'm trying to get it into the camera. We will be building for her mom this butterfly. Like I said, in the literal sense, I'm giving her a butterfly. So let's dive in. Here we go. So the sole purpose in buying this set, no kidding, was for the butterfly. Um, Now I have not done a whole lot of 3-in-1s in my time. I've had to certify them at Bricks and Minifigs. When you do alternate builds from a brand new box, apparently you need to have all the bags open. That was interesting, let me tell you. So the Tropical Toucan released on the 1st of August of 2025 for a recommended retail price of $18. And it has a total of 225 pieces. However, the butterfly does not use them all. And this particular build took me 12 minutes. Uh, at the time of me filming this episode, Mrs. Brick Whisperer's mom has no idea about this, or at least to my assumption, because I know last night she was in our closet, and that's where the butterflies are hiding. So I guess we'll see if she acts surprised. All right, slap the flower together, and there it is. Very colorful. I suppose I could have turned the butterfly so that it looks like it's landing on the flower, but this was just the way that I chose to pose it. Maybe I'll change it before giving it to her. We'll see. And so another butterfly, so that now makes two for my mother-in-law's collection. But what do you say we make it three? And we're going to do that with set, boom, 31384, the colorful hummingbird. But once again, we're going right there for the butterfly. So uh, tonight we are going out to dinner. Myself, Mrs. Brick Whisperer, her parents, we're all going out to a nice dinner. We're all dressing up. Maybe I'll give them to her tonight. We'll see. Uh, so hopefully I can have this video done in time for dinner. Fingers crossed. But first, let's get to the build. Here we go. All right, so the colorful hummingbird. This was just recently released. I want to say it was the 1st of January or the 1st of February. I don't, it was one of the two of 2026. Recommended retail price of $30. Had a total of 312 pieces, but again, this is a secondary build, so it's not going to take everything. And this set took me 17 minutes to put together. So you're talking the three sets, the watering can, the toucan, and the hummingbird, or more accurately, the butterflies. Looks like it took me maybe a total of an hour for all three sets. So should be a fairly quick time lapse. Now, one of the things that I liked about this particular butterfly was one, just how colorful they made it. I mean, you see me working on the wings right here, and that's the beautiful thing about some of these Lego sets that are quite symmetrical. When you've been doing this for as long as I have, I mean, if you haven't tried it already, I recommend that you try it and try to essentially do the mirror build as you're going right along. In my opinion, it saves time. And there it is, white, colorful. But I'm fairly certain that she is going to like her purple one that I gave her first, probably the most. And so there you have it. Uh, Mrs. Brick Whisperer gets butterflies. Her mom gets butterflies. Everybody gets butterflies. Well, no, they don't. Mary and Kaylee don't get butterflies. My father-in-law certainly ain't getting butterflies, but whatever. So, hey, happy birthday, Ma. I hope it's a great one. And hey, what can I say? We all love you. Hope you love the butterflies. And to Sam, Tim, and Elena, again, I hope you all also had a fantastic birthday. Can't wait to hear about it. So, with all that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, share this with your friends, share this with your family, share this with anybody you know that loves Lego. And with all that being said, let's hear y'all loud and proud. We will see you when we see you. Y'all have yourselves a great rest of your day. And to everybody that I had mentioned in this video, happy birthday. Have a good one.